Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2025 WWE Top 10 Must-See Returns. We will also be sprinkling in a couple of honorable mentions on this list as well. Who do you think should return in WWE in 2025? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to talk about wrestling? You want to say hi? Shoot me a message down in the comment section below, because I read all the messages that I see down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of when I drop my next video. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have an amazing day, and without further ado, let's get to number 10, Asuka. The Empress of Tomorrow has been out of action in WWE for quite a few months now. Damage Control has been down one for a while, and I think the 2025 Royal Rumble would be the perfect return for Asuka. I think there is a lot of women on the roster that she could feud with that would be amazing. Tiffany Stratton would be one of them. Chelsea Green would be another. And I really think Asuka has a lot to offer the WWE, and I really feel like Asuka has been missed a lot. I feel like when she returns, the WWE Universe will be in shock. I think there will be a huge pop for the Empress of Tomorrow. And I really think she needs to get another match at WrestleMania. I know she's been unsuccessful at being able to win a match at WrestleMania throughout her career. But I really feel like a return would be amazing for WWE. I really feel like Asuka can do a lot when it comes to in the ring. I would like to see her start to train to return. I originally had Charlotte on this spot on this list, but we saw this past Friday night on SmackDown that Charlotte's return is inevitable. So I replaced her with Asuka, and I really feel like Asuka's a name that a lot of people have forgotten about, and I really feel like Asuka could do a lot of damage, especially if she's booked to be dominant and always winning like she was in NXT before Charlotte Flair ended her 914-day undefeated streak. And honestly, I really feel like Asuka is a must-see return in WWE. And now we have our first honorable mention of the evening with Baron Corbin. I really feel like Baron Corbin is one of the most underestimated superstars on the roster, and Baron Corbin is the type of superstar that can make any gimmick work. He made the Happy Corbin gimmick work. He made the Lone Wolf gimmick work. Baron Corbin is excellent at being able to get other superstars over as well. And he's got an excellent move set when it comes to the wrestling portion of it. His End of Days is one of the most devastating moves in WWE, and his promo work, honestly, is excellent. He is great at getting people to boo him when he wants him to. He's great at being able to cut an excellent promo. And Baron Corbin, in my opinion, is the complete package when it comes to being a WWE superstar. He has, even though he hasn't become World Heavyweight Champion, that really doesn't matter. He did win the 2017 Money in the Bank contract, and unfortunately became the first WWE superstar in history that was unsuccessful at cashing in that contract. But still, Baron Corbin Corbin would make an excellent return. I'd like to see him on a singles run. If he could be a good guy, that would be great. But Baron Corbin can throw punches with the best of him in WWE. And honestly, I think in 2025, WWE needs somebody like Baron Corbin to be able to put the new and in their peak type superstars over. And I really feel like Baron Corbin would be a wonderful addition to WWE in 2025. Number 9, AJ Styles. The phenomenal AJ Styles was a brilliant in 2024, lighting up the main event scene when he challenged Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at Backlash in France, and them two put on a beautiful 28 minute clinic. And honestly, AJ Styles is similar to Baron Corbin in the aspect that he is a do-it-all type of superstar. AJ Styles is excellent at being able to cut promos. He is excellent at being able to fly around in the ring. His phenomenal forearm is one of the best finishers in the business. And AJ Styles, I don't care if he comes back as a good guy or a bad guy. Why? Because AJ Styles is excellent at being able to play both roles. He is great at being able to make the WWE Universe hate him or love him, depending on where he stands. And AJ Styles is a type of name that could really put over a lot of the newer superstars on the roster. Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, just to name a few. I really feel like AJ Styles has a lot more to give in WWE. He's not in his peak or his prime like he was when he was with TNA, but AJ Styles is still one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. And I really feel like the men's 2025 Royal Rumble would be a beautiful place for the phenomenal one to make his return. I feel like it would give one heck of a pop from the WWE Universe. And I really feel like AJ Styles could do a lot of damage in 2025. We could even see him go one-on-one with John Cena one more time. That's something that I'd be here for. But when it comes to must-see returns, AJ Styles definitely deserves his spot on the list. Number 8, Becky Lynch. The man Becky Lynch we have not heard from, I believe, since King and Queen of the Ring when she lost the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan. But Becky Lynch would be another woman that would be an awesome addition to the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble on February 1st. And I really feel like Becky Lynch has a lot to offer the women's division. I think there's a lot of superstars on the roster that would match up excellently against Becky Lynch. I think Tiffany Stratton would be one. I think Meechin would be another. I really think Becky Lynch would create such a huge pop when she returns with the WWE Universe. I think her promo work is excellent. I think Becky Lynch is amazing in the ring. She's really one of those do-it-all type superstars. And if Meechin or Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green can pin Becky Lynch, that would catapult their careers right up into the main event scene. I really feel like putting Becky Lynch in the Royal Rumble would be an excellent time for Lynch to return. And you could have her target almost anybody on the women's roster, and it would work beautifully. I do think that Becky Lynch would be good in a tag team type scene. Not that Becky Lynch can't do a singles run or anything like that, but Becky Lynch hasn't been a tag team as much as I would like her to be. You could even team her up with somebody like Charlotte Flair. Shayna or Bailey. And you can even bring back the four horsewomen if you're able to get Sasha Banks in WWE. Regardless, no matter what WWE decides to do with Becky Lynch, it's most likely going to be gold. And Becky Lynch is one of those names that we want to see return in WWE in 2025. Number 7, Goldberg. This one is going to be a hot take for a lot of people, but I do feel like Goldberg is still in good enough shape to be able to come back and make another run in WWE. I do feel like a run through NXT might help Goldberg more than it would hurt Goldberg, mainly because I want to see Goldberg match up against somebody like Oba Femi and see those two monsters go at it. But I really feel like Goldberg has a lot to offer WWE, and there's a lot of big men on the main roster that would be great matchups. Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, Gunther. We have seen Gunther and Goldberg exchange words a few months back. So bringing back that rivalry would be very interesting to see. We've never seen Goldberg go one-on-one with the ring general Gunther, and I really feel like that could be a must-see match in 2025. But I feel like Goldberg is still great with his promo work. I think Goldberg is just going to be able to come out, collect a paycheck, win or loss. It really doesn't matter because if you could beat somebody like Goldberg, that's really going to propel your career. It doesn't matter whether you're on the mid-card or in the main event scene. Beating Goldberg is something that very few superstars have done throughout their career. And I think I don't think Goldberg would get the pop that you would expect him to get when he returns. But I do think that him coming in and making a statement will definitely be the talk of the town in WWE. So I put Goldberg on the list for must-see returns in 2025. Number 6, Carmella. Carmella has been almost invisible in WWE in 2024. We did not see much of, if any, of Carmella, but I do think a return at the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble would be excellent for the women's roster. I think Carmella would fit perfectly in with the Women's United States division or the Women's Intercontinental division, depending on which way WWE would want to send her. I do think that she would have to prove herself in one of those divisions before getting a match for a Women's World Championship. I do feel like Carmella, though, can do it. If anybody can do it, it's Carmella. She's been former SmackDown Women's Champion. She's been Miss Money in the Bank. She really has accomplished a lot in her career. Not to mention, there are a lot of new women on the roster that Carmella could match up against beautifully. Lyra Valkyria, Dakota Kai, Chelsea Green, just to really name a few superstars that I think would have great chemistry with the Princess of Staten Island. Carmella's promo work is always top notch. She's always great at being able to deliver her lines and get the WWE Universe to either like her or hate her. And honestly, I feel like Carmella still has a lot more to give in WWE. I think giving her a couple of tune-up matches might help Carmella, just because it has been a really long time since we've seen her in the ring. But I would like to see that Carmella hasn't lost a step, because if Carmella can get locked back in and get back to the peak of her career, then we could be looking at a new Women's World Champion in Carmella in 2025. Number 5, Joe Hendry. Sing it with me, everybody. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry was in NXT in 2024, and man, did he make a splash, having a wonderful feud with Ethan Page. I thought that rivalry was next level. The promo work between Joe Hendry and Ethan Page was exceptional. Joe Hendry's in-ring wrestling ability is nothing to be smirked at either. And WWE did announce that they will be having a multi-year partnership with TNA, where Joe Hendry is. So I really feel like a return to NXT in 2025 is inevitable when it comes to Joe Hendry. And honestly, I'd be interested to see what type of character Joe Hendry can be in NXT as a heel. I would like to see him go up against somebody like Tony D'Angelo for the North American Championship. Or if you want to throw him right into the main event scene like you did with Ethan Page, you can have him challenge somebody like Obafemi and put Joe Hendry's name on Obafemi's victim list in 2025. I would definitely love to see that. I do think Joe Hendry would get an excellent pop with the WWE Universe. He was loved so much the first time he showed up to NXT, and honestly, I think Joe Hendry would make a wonderful addition to NXT and eventually be called up to the main roster via the draft, maybe in 2026. But when it comes to 2025, I think Joe Hendry is one of those names that would be a much must-see return in WWE, especially after WWE announced their partnership with TNA. Number 4, Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss was slated to return as a part of the Wyatt Six on the January 13th edition of Raw on Netflix, but plans were canceled. I do think Alexa Bliss would fit in excellently with the Wyatt Six because of all of her work that she did with The Fiend in 2021. I think Alexa Bliss would be an excellent addition to the WWE roster. I really like her with the Wyatt Six because Nikki Cross is with the Wyatt Six. And if that's the case, then the Wyatt Six could try to target the women's tag team titles with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. But I do think that no matter how Alexa Bliss returns to the WWE, whether it's in a singles run or it's with the Wyatt Six, I think she's going to absolutely smash it. Alexa Bliss is excellent at promo work, and her in-ring ability is spot on. She has been women's world champion before, so Alexa Bliss does have all the credentials to be able to make a return and put herself back into the main event scene. I think there's a lot of new matchups that you can have Alexa Bliss face off with. Dakota Kai, Lyra Valkyria are a few that come to the top of my head. When it comes to opponents Alexa Bliss hasn't really faced off with yet, I really think that it would put over somebody like Lyra Valkyria or Dakota Kai. I like the Lyra Valkyria idea because it really brings importance to a brand new Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I think Alexa Bliss's pop would be through the roof. So I think Alexa Bliss is one of those WWE must-see returns in 2025. Number 3, Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov is a name that has so much potential to it, in my opinion. Ilya was absolutely brilliant in NXT, capturing the NXT championship or losing it to Trick Williams at Vengeance Day last year. And then getting called up to the main roster before quickly going out on injury. I think Ilya Dragunov has so much potential. There are so many matchups with the main roster that you could put Ilya in. You can even renew his rivalry he had with Gunther in NXT when Gunther was known as Walter. I think Ilya Dragunov has excellent promo work. He is great at being able to deliver his lines. Ilya also, in-ring ability is through the roof. The sky is the limit when it comes to Ilya's potential. His ability to be able to fly around the ring and the psychological warfare that Ilya Dragunov is so good at playing with his opponents is definitely a hot commodity in WWE. I feel like Ilya Dragunov could match up against Braun Breaker excellently as well. I feel like there's a lot of rivalry there as well. Maybe the men's 2025 Royal Rumble will see the return of Ilya Dragunov. I think his pop would be through the roof when he does make his return. I do expect him to come back as a babyface because he was so good at being a babyface in NXT, and I really feel like having Ilya chase a championship in 2025 would be must see in WWE. The resiliency, the way he is able to just take a punishment is honestly next level, and I really feel like WWE is missing something like that right now. So I really feel like Ilya Dragunov is a must-see return in WWE in 2025. Number 2, AJ Lee. AJ Lee was last seen in WWE in 2013 when she was the longest reigning Divas champion at her time with 295 days holding the belt, losing it to Paige on the Raw at the WrestleMania. But we have been teased so much towards the end of 2024 with an AJ Lee return, especially during the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre rivalry. If AJ Lee is going to make a big time return, it should happen at the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. But AJ Lee, I think, still has all the potential in the world to not only make a return, but go after and capture a women's championship in WWE. AJ Lee's promo work was next level in 2013, and her wrestling ability was one of the best the division had to offer. Plus, the way that AJ Lee was able to play her character so well, whether it's Daniel Bryant she's rivaling with, or it's Kane. AJ Lee was one of the best at being able to make you love her or hate her, depending on how she wanted you to feel. AJ Lee wasn't a bad general manager when temporarily given the role as well. I really feel like there's nothing that AJ Lee couldn't do in WWE in 2013. I do think if she is going to make a return, she should have a couple of tune-up matches before going after a Women's World Championship. Just to make sure that she's got all the rust and kinks out of making a return, especially with the fact that she hasn't wrestled in over a decade. But I do think that AJ Lee, when she would return, would make such an amazing pop. The roof might just come off the building when AJ Lee makes her return, and AJ Lee, in my opinion, is the second most must-see return in WWE in 2025. Only 2. And before we get to number 1, we have our second honorable mention of the evening, and that would go to Lacey Evans. The sassy Southern Belle hasn't been seen on wrestling in a few years, and the last time we did to see her, she wasn't really given the greatest gimmick. It only lasted a few weeks before Lacey Evans fell back into the abyss again. And I really feel like Lacey Evans deserves another opportunity to be able to redeem her character in WWE. Because when Lacey Evans first showed up on the scene in 2017, she had an excellent Southern Belle gimmick. Her women's right would knock out any woman on the roster, no questions about it. And she was really in the main event scene in 2019, and I felt like Lacey Evans was wonderful in that role. And I feel like there's a lot of women on the roster that Lacey Evans would have a blast with, would match up well with. I think Tiffany Stratton is definitely one of those superstars. I feel like Tiffany Stratton versus Lacey Evans would be about an even as a matchup when it comes to physical standards. They're both tall, they both got long arms and long legs, and they're both very acrobatic in the ring. I feel like Lacey Evans is one of those underestimated superstars, similar to Baron Corbin in that aspect. And I feel like if she is given the right gimmick, if she's given the right lines, I feel like she can really get over with the WWE universe. I really feel like Lacey Evans is just better as a good guy. She did try the bad guy gimmick in 2021, and as we saw, it really didn't work out as well as WWE wanted it to, which is probably why Lacey Evans fell into the abyss the way she did. I really feel like Lacey Evans being a good guy, targeting some of the heels in WWE would definitely be very entertaining to see in 2025. Number 1, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar returning to WWE in 2025 would instantly make the WWE universe terrified. This man is an absolute beast, hence the name. But Brock Lesnar, I really feel like would be a great matchup for anybody on the roster, especially our World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. Gunther has said on multiple occasions that he would love to get in the ring with Brock Lesnar. And I think Brock Lesnar coming back as a babyface might be a great idea. He did such a wonderful role playing the Cowboy Brock when he returned to feud with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And Brock Lesnar has become so great at being able to deliver his promos. Earlier in his career, Paul Heyman did a lot of the speaking, but when Brock Lesnar went solo, man, did he pick up well on being able to deliver promos. And Brock Lesnar is a freak athlete. This man is strong. This man is fast. This man can do everything you want to do in the ring. If we're giving a 5-star rating, he's got 5 stars in almost every possible category. Brock Lesnar is a type of superstar that you create customly in a video game. That's how good Brock Lesnar is in the ring. And Brock Lesnar coming back in 2025, even if he put over Gunther and Gunther was able to retain against Brock Lesnar, what a notch that would be on Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship reign. I really feel like there's a lot of great things that could come out of WWE with Brock Lesnar returning. As long as he's matched up against somebody on the roster that he would have good chemistry with. That's the biggest thing with me. I did like it when Brock Lesnar returned, but I didn't like the fact that he went after somebody like Goldberg, who gave us a mediocre match at best late in both men's career. I think Brock Lesnar needs to return to put somebody over. And I think Brock Lesnar would be excellent at that role. And honestly, I think Brock Lesnar would get the biggest pop upon returning out of anybody on this list. And that's why I feel like Brock Lesnar is number 1 when it comes to 2025 WWE must-see returns. And that was the 2025 WWE Top 10 must-see returns. Who do you want to see return to WWE in 2025? Let me know down in the comment section section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a message down in the comment section below, because I read and reply to every message that I see down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nikki D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nikki D. This is the Nikki D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.